The project that the two of us are working on is about police science and the way in which the police can transform themselves by owning police science.
The problem as we see it is the police are facing an age when they have to be more efficient. The police are a very expensive public service. They must be able to do their work, and they must be able to do it efficiently. They must also do it effectively, because in this day and age, it's critical for public service to be effective, to show that what they do has merit and has worth. And they also have to do it with legitimacy. It's no longer enough to say the crime went down. You have to be able to say that the public was comfortable with the ways in which the police carried out their task. These are the kinds of problems the police are facing. Our solution to this problem is quite different than most other scholars, policymakers, and practitioners. Our solution is that the police can renew themselves by taking ownership of science. That science provides a critical tool by which the police can respond to these problems. Science provides a way for the police to be more efficient. It provides a way for them to be more effective. Science can tell the police which of the strategies they use is most effective. It can tell them which of the strategies are most cost-effective and therefore most efficient. But it can also provide them insight about how they can do their job in a way that leads to the public to feel the police task and the way they carry it out is one that emphasizes legitimacy.
One of the critical things about coming to Bellagio to do this is that, of course, we're in a group of people, many of whom are actually scientists. So one of the challenges that we had particularly is to work out, I mean, this is, what we're proposing is such a long way away from the current scenario that you know, the scientists and the police are largely separate, apart from a few examples that we've been working through where they've come together. So one of the things we've been really thinking about, and I think have actually cracked in the course of the period that we've been here, is getting the balance right between control and leadership, and how a police service that doesn't understand science can move towards a leadership of the knowledge that they need to do their job, whilst at the same time the scientists can concede the control but not the leadership of the field. And it's getting that balance right which has proved, you know, it's been the biggest point of debate in the whole thing. And I think sitting with other scientists talking about different fields has been a unique opportunity for us over this period.
Being in Bellagio for a few weeks provided us with the opportunity to develop this project that I don't think we could have had in any other setting. Usually, when people get to meet, it's for a few hours here and there, between meetings at a conference. We had an opportunity over a 3-year period to meet for 2 or 3 days twice a year. We made a good deal of progress in this idea, but this has been even more intense, and it allowed us to sharpen our ideas. Just to give an example of this, academics in particular were very upset with us that we were going to give ownership of science to the police. And we think there's really now a caricature of sort of what we meant, at least the interpretation. What we meant was the police would become one of the owners. They are shareholders in a company, and the police need to be one of the shareholders. If they're not, then science won't be relevant to the police. It won't really affect the police task. So Bellagio offered us an opportunity to sharpen ideas and to think them through in greater depth, and also to have a good time while we were doing it, because it's a wonderful place to be.